Warning, the following video contains spoilers about Santa. We have gone from believing in Santa, to not believing in Santa, to even being Santa. Okay, maybe not all of us are at the last stage yet. We can all recall the time when we learned that Santa isn't real, and that the gifts under the Christmas tree were placed there by our parents, and that Santa's rotund shape is ridiculously unfit for fitting down chimneys and getting back up again. But how can we ever know for sure that Santa does or does not exist? Philosophically, the answer depends on what we mean by Santa. David Hume, an 18th century Scottish philosopher, historian, and economist, put forward something called the bundle theory. Simply put, the bundle theory states that all objects, such as an apple, a coin, and even a Santa, are made up of only a bundle or a combination of properties and nothing more. There is no underlying substance to an object. This might sound difficult, so here's an example. Imagine an orange. An orange has the following properties or qualities. It is round, it is orange in color, it is juicy, it is sour and sweet, and it is firm to the touch. Hume suggested that these properties are the only things that make up an orange, and not some fundamental substance behind it. Now, some of you might be saying, that's ridiculous. There must be something fundamental to the orange. But think of this. Would an orange exist without its properties? If we take away the firmness, the sour and sweetness, the juiciness, the color orange, and the round shape, we arrive at nothing at all. This also implies that as long as an object has the same properties specific to an orange, then it is an orange. The same thing can be said about Santa. Santa has the following properties. He is chubby and possesses a roundish shape, wears a red suit with white fur trim, a matching hat, is old, has a white beard, and wears glasses. There is no fundamental Santa underneath, only the combination or a bundle of these properties that people perceive and label as Santa. Therefore, anybody who imitates these properties can be called Santa. Technically speaking, the people who dress up as Santas in shopping malls and public places that you can take selfies with are technically Santas because they exhibit the same qualities as our mental image of Santa. The bottom line, Santas exist. Now, there are many objections to the bundle theory and the Santa case. Of course, it will be harder for regular people to qualify as Santa as we make the qualities more specific and the model of Santa more ideal. For example, his waist measurement must be 51.7 inches. But we run into a problem with this. Exactly where does that ideal model of Santa come from? The ideal Santa from the North Pole has never been observed or captured or investigated. The evidence for the existence of Santa from the North Pole, from which we can base all qualities of Santa off of, has not been put forward or has not been extraordinary enough to prove such an extraordinary claim. It is more likely that the portrayals and properties of Santa have been shaped by our culture, including magazine covers, movies, literature, advertisements, and postcards. Santa's shape has been changing over time, probably not as a result of overconsumption of high-calorie snacks given out by children as the century progressed, but rather due to a constant shift and change in portrayals of Santa through media and sometimes through a merging of two or more cultures. Since different cultures each define the properties of their version of Santa, it would make sense to say that, from the bundle theory perspective, anyone who dresses up and imitates the qualities of Santa established by a specific culture is Santa in that specific culture, or some other name. The conclusion: yes, Santas exist, as long as the people dressing up as Santas exhibit the properties of Santa popularized by the culture they happen to be in. If you enjoyed this video or thought it was mind-blowing, subscribe to Click Philosophy for more awesome philosophy.